What's up, guys? I'm playing Gone Home, and this is the behind the scenes trophy for finding all the developer commentary nodes in the game. So what we want to do is come into the modifiers, enable the commentary nodes, turn on all the lights in the house, and unlock all the doors, and that'll make things easier. And all you have to do is, when you find the nodes, you click on them. You don't have to listen to them all right now for the trophy, although I do recommend listening to them eventually because they are pretty cool to listen to. And but for the trophy, you just click on them, and they're all pretty easy to find. There's a few of them that are well hidden, and I'll show you where those are in this video. And so that'll be it. I'll just shut up for now, and I'll pick it up towards the end of the video when we get to the attic.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at...
So Christmas Duck. Hi, I'm Steve Gaynor. I'm the co-founder of the Fulbright.
Hello, my name is Kate Craig, and I was creating a lot of the environment.
Oh man, mom handwriting. We went through a lot of different...
Hi, I'm Chris Remo, the composer on Gone Home. In my commentary tracks, I'm going to be talking a little bit about one...
This is where you find the first half.
Hi, this is Corin Tucker from Heavens to Betsy. And Heavens to Betsy was a band that formed in 1991.
So these are all the VHS tapes, or most of them, in the house. And
my name is Sarah Grayson, and I do the voice of Sam Greenbrier in Gone Home. Currently based out of Portland, Oregon. So right around.
So here's one of Dad's pulpy JFK book.
One of our favorite movies is...
The doors were actually one of the hardest things in the game to get working correctly, and I know that there's still some...
Here we have Fresh Magazine, which is...
Inside of this file folder, you find the first combination code in the game. This code goes to Dad's locked filing cabinet, and it's 0451, which is a bit of...
Most of the bookshelves in the house are... This is our old-timey record that we got from archive.org, Source of All Good Things. It's by Adrian Rollini when he was...
I feel like one of the best bits of advice was actually from the Fulbright team before going in to do the first recording. And it was...
Composing the ambient exploration tracks definitely ended up being the weirdest part of creating music for Gone Home. The audio diaries tended to take precedence since...
One of the larger assets that we needed for the basement to really give it character and personality was a furnace, and...
Oh man, this thing.
So two things.
You know, there was...
So there's this little scrap of paper that's hidden under this...
Putback is the feature that I'm happiest with in the game. It actually came about as sort of a little bit of an accident. Playtesters had told us they didn't want to feel like some kind of horrible person rummaging around this house and tossing everything on the floor, but there wasn't really any...
The music for Gone Home was mainly composed over two separate periods, roughly a year apart. A version of part one of...
Fanzines. I mean, that's one of the things that we started doing right away, was doing these Riot Girl fanzines, and everyone would contribute and write, you know, an article for it, and then we'd compile it and make these Riot Girl fanzines, and we would mail them out to people. I mean,
So earlier in an earlier version of the story in Gone Home...
All of the sliding doors that you see in the game are actually from a code perspective.
You know, it's really about the ideals that we were trying to...
Writing Sam was a unique challenge, just in the sense of, on the one hand, it was very much from my personal experience.
When you
For a long time, the kitchen was not going to be mid-renovation the way that it is. Oh, you found an Easter egg!
Who found it?
You found it! This is the best! You looked up! No one in a first-person game looks up!
Because there's no rewards to looking up.
So that
I'd already played through the first full half of Gone Home before I started composing any music, which was
Really early on, I thought it would be, like, we didn't really give Kate very specific direction for this. So you want to talk about this fucking jazz mug?
Nobody wants to talk about the jazz mug.
Well,
it's
except
the
for
worst.
Carla.
I hate it. It's the worst.
that was such a common theme
Yeah.
when we were like approving assets or making stuff visually for Gone Home. Is just like, oh my god, that's hideous. I fucking hate it. We're putting it in the game.
All of the sliding doors that you see in the game are actually, from a code perspective, drawers. When I made a thing that could slide.
Yeah, the biggest purpose of the Goodfellow High School jacket and the logo generally is a reference to the logo for Minerva's Den. The fact that they're speedrun.
the sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen.
we never really discussed the idea.
I had seen Bikini Kill and Bratmobile play their first show.
So these are stereo. Mom and Dad are much.
Yeah, I ended up being pretty happy with this. This is the only picture of Lonnie that we had for a really long.
I was one of the hosts of the Idle Thumbs video game podcast for a year or two, and I go on there, and every once in a while, those guys. Barf Burger is enjoyed by all. A lot of Gone Home is about
The boxes of tampons.
I mean, I've always, one of the most comforting things in the world to me is having somebody, like, brush my hair or stroke my head, like my mom when I wasn't feeling.
the life cycle of the condom.
That's not a real thing, Steve.
The life cycle of.
One of my favorite things that came out during development was someone wrote an email mistakenly referring to mittens, and Steve replied in
Another board game. This one.
So there's a lot less density in the house than there would be in a real house. Like, if you look around your house, there's just junk piled everywhere, probably.
Maybe
like,
it's just our house.
I think it's most house.
Oh, you're right.
But, so, our strategy was you either fully invest in something and, put, like, a plausible representation of this aspect of a room in, or you just don't put it in at all, and the player will. Almost none of the events, the little events in the game, are scripted.
I really enjoyed playing Gone Home. I have to say it was pretty exciting to find the Heavens to Betsy tape. Yeah.
Okay, the Wildfire book. Man, look at this thing.
Alright guys, so now we're heading up to the attic, and in the attic is the last 4 nodes, and once you get the 4th one, the trophy will pop, and you'll be all done. So once again guys, thanks for watching.
I think this is one where
It's one of those things where we had always wanted to. So this is the last room in the game, or at least the last room